Alright, YouTube. This is the reclusive intellectual coming at you. I want to talk about free speech. It blows my mind what these kids on these college campuses are talking about, and it's like they're coming up with this thing, hate speech. Hate speech? Freedom of speech, whether you like it or not, includes offensive language. Just because you're offended doesn't make it illegal for me to say it. It might not be right. It might not be, okay. Like, someone could call someone, an ethnic slur, and that's protected under free speech. Now, the repercussions of saying that to someone goes without saying, because you call me a cracker, and I'm gonna be really mad. Will I punch you in the face? No, because truthfully, you calling me that just shows how weak you are. That'd be the same as if a white man calls somebody, an ethnic slur. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it be a nigger or a spick or, homo, fag, whatever. You could go, there's plenty of them. I'm Irish, so I've been called a Mick bastard, all kinds of shit. But that's neither here nor there. But these kids on college campuses with this safe space shit, trying to control what you say. If you ever read 1984, there's the thought police. That's what these social justice warrior motherfuckers are. Okay? And the universities and the schools and all this shit, they're trying to control your thoughts, which is exactly what they did in 1984, the book or the movie, whichever you want to watch. The book's much better. I suggest you read it. So it's like, what the fuck? Let me give you an example. Listen to what this girl says, okay? This is on a college campus, and she's yelling at the dean because this dude sent out an email because people were complaining about offensive Halloween costumes. Like, are you kidding me? So listen to this shit.
Step down! If that is what you think about being a pastor, you should step down! It is not about creating an intellectual space! It is not! Do you understand that? It's about creating a home here!
Because the reality is, they are being...
So, how is it that a university is not about creating an intellectual space? It's about creating a home. No. It's about preparing you for what you're going to encounter in the real world. That being said, they should teach these fucking kids that, hey, if you don't like what they say, debate them. Prove them wrong. Don't just call someone names. Because I have a different opinion than you doesn't make me a fucking racist or a bigot or a sexist or whatever the fuck. Because this is bullshit. I have a little girl that has to grow up in a world like this where she can't freely think. I mean, come the fuck on. What? Oh, God. I've been sitting here, like, listening to all these things going on for the past few months or year or something. Not really sure. But the fact of the matter is that the First Amendment gives us the right to say what we want. The only time it's not freedom of speech as if it's a call to action. Because they'll come up with this shit. Oh, freedom of speech? Well, you can't yell fire in a theater. Duh. Nobody would do that. That's a call to action. That's going to put people in harm. Okay? That's different than me saying the wage gap doesn't exist. Right? Because feminists will sit here and say, oh, men are this or that or this or that, and they get paid more and blah, 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 blah. How many women want to do construction? How many women do you see doing asphalt work or concrete or bricklaying? They're not complaining about not being in that field, right? Or take minorities, for instance, that have affirmative action. They've implemented legislation that companies have to have X amount of whatever race, other than white, of course. And yet they're oppressed. So how is that? They have all black colleges, all black social movement groups, all black sports, this and that. Minorities, they'll complain that they need more minorities in the corporate setting, but you don't hear anyone complaining that there's not enough black people in ice hockey. Or minorities, I'm sorry, not just black people. Or you don't hear white people complaining, hey, white people are completely outnumbered in sports like football and basketball, but yet there's no social movement. Oh, we need more white people in this sport, that sport, blah blah blah. Because obviously, black people tend to be more adept at basketball, sports, athleticism in general. Or you can look at it this way. They're just not pursuing those jobs. I mean, come on. This just blows my mind. And to try to take away someone's ability to express their opinion is by far the most absurd and it's just absurd. I can't think of the word I want to use. But it's a violation of someone's rights, And it's crazy because people can treat, it's like, then they have this white guilt shit, okay? This white guilt thing and white privilege, it drives me insane. Because if you deny that you have white privilege, that just shows how privileged you are, or you're racist. One or the other. I've been called racist, bigot, fucking everything, dude. And you know what? I don't care. I say what I want, when I want, to who I want, and I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. Plain and simple. Because the shit that this government is allowing these fucking groups to do like the new, I guess they were like the new Black Panther Party or whatever, when they're protesting in mass with fucking guns, walking around with rifles, okay? Shooting oink oink bang bang. Shit like that. Openly talking about killing the police. Yet, if a bunch of white people got together and said some bullshit, fucking everybody loses their fucking mind. It's like, oh, your ancestors did some bullshit. That ain't me. And am I supposed to apologize for fucking from old ass shit that I got nothing to do with? And I didn't gain anything from it? No. I'm not fucking apologizing for fucking people acting like assholes. And then you want to say you're oppressed, right? Look at the fucking statistics, okay? Fucking, let's just, for example, let's take black people and white people. We'll compare the two, why not? Black people make up 12 or 13% of the population, right? Yet they commit 50 some odd percent of violent crime or gun crime. I'm gonna have, I'll put the link in to the FBI database, because that's, why can't you trust the statistics from the FBI? I mean, come on. It's just mind-boggling. But my 15-minute mark is coming up, and this was my initial video, and I just wanted to put some things out there. And I know in the comments I'm going to be called racist and all this other bullshit. You know what? I don't give a fuck, because you can think I am whatever you think I am. That don't make me that don't make it true. You can say and think what you want, but just because you say it or think it doesn't make it true. Statistics are key, and that's where people fall short, because they don't look at statistics. They listen to this bullshit on mainstream media, and these motherfuckers propagate this fucking white guilt fucking bullshit. If all white people were privileged, my parents wouldn't be dying and not getting assistance from the state for medication that's going to save my mother's life. My stepdad's got advanced COPD and is on oxygen 24/7. My mom has lupus, Raynaud syndrome, trigeminal neuralgia, among about a half dozen other things. And the state won't even help her pay for a cream that goes on her face that costs almost like $200 just for a little tube of fucking cream for her face, because the fucking lupus medications and shit are making her get rashes all over her skin. I mean, does that sound right to you? And like I said, this was my first video, and I'll be posting many, many others. And so, you know, please like. I don't think I'll have a subscribe button or anything, but if I do, subscribe, you know. And I'll be putting out videos probably every day, because I watch the news a lot and I got a lot to say. So this is the reclusive intellectual coming at you, and talk to you next time.